Hey guys, it's Dhar Mann. You may have seen my content all around YouTube, and I'll be reacting to some Dhar Mann reactions on the internet today. I remember this guy. I had no clue that he actually saw the video that we made telling his story. That makes me feel really happy.
It's really good.
Just because it matters to you doesn't mean it's gonna matter to someone else.
That's good advice.
You're way past your prime for right.
Don't listen to him.
20-year-olds. How many have you sold? Not a lot. 300,000? 3,000?
All right, so what we're watching here is there was this author who published a book and nobody bought his book. And his daughter decided to make a TikTok about it. It went viral, and then his book became a #1 bestseller. I was so inspired by this guy's story. We told his story, and it got lots of views. And you know, at the end of the video, we mentioned who the inspiration was from. I had no idea that it actually reached him and he saw it, so I'm so glad.
So you've never seen this video before?
I've never seen this reaction, so now I'm like, I need to reach out to this guy. Yeah. You guys are better at finding stuff about us than we are.
No. Really enjoyed your movie.
Did you love that?
It was wonderful.
It's amazing.
It was really cool.
I hope
it was
he
really
sees
cool.
this. Thank you, Dhar Mann.
I really loved that
I did
movie.
see it, and
really
now I'm gonna
touched
reach
my
out
heart.
to them, and I hope I can get in touch.
Yeah.
What a great guy. What a great father and daughter.
Why do you think it meant so much to that father and daughter?
We can only tell so many people's stories on our channels, and so the fact that we chose to share his, I think, was very meaningful, and I'm sure it probably helped him sell even more books and raise awareness about his story. It just feels great knowing that we're making an impact.
Do you do a lot of the writing?
Yeah, I still write a majority. I come up with most of the ideas for our channel. I wouldn't say 100%, but most of them. For whoever's watching this, I mean, if you've got an inspirational story, let us know down in the comments, and who knows, I might tell your story on our channel.
So the next video we're going to show you is a fan that stuck around to meet some of the actors.
I saw one of them. I saw one of them and I was like, oh my God. I had to look twice because I was like,
I wonder who she saw.
Some people do be looking like this, so I'm like, is this really them? They're my favorite YouTubers that I always watch.
She seems so nice. Who is it? I'm dying to know.
You look great.
Oh wow, Shantae and Catherine. That's so sweet.
Oh, you are so adorable.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, Harley. What a beautiful.
Of course. What do you mean? You need to get
I love our fans. Our fans are the nicest, kindest people. And Catherine and Shantae, they've been with us since the beginning. They're amazing actors, and they're such great people. When you're a creator, you get lost in like the views, and you know, you have millions of views, you have thousands of comments. That number, it's special, but it's almost hard to fathom. But when you see like a person's reaction, it's like everything you strive for. It's your mission for wanting to do things. I have so many parents that come to me just saying like, thank you for creating the content that you do, because our kids don't like listening to the lessons that we're telling them, but they will sit through a Dhar Mann video and learn the important lessons. All the interactions with the parents, especially as a dad myself, our audience feels that way about what we do. It never gets old for me.
Why do you think meeting fans is important?
When I'm writing scripts on paper, I'm just kind of like alone in a dark room. But when you actually shake someone's hand or give them a hug, that's a human connection that I think we're all striving for.
We're now going to show you when you, I guess, first started making videos. This came out 6 years ago.
Okay.
And it's called Before You Take Someone for Granted.
Oh no, this is with me on camera. Guys, I took myself off of camera for a reason, and now he's making me watch myself.
This place is filthy.
Do you remember this?
This video changed everything for us. It was our very first viral video.
I mean, what did you do all day?
Oh, that burned. It's a lesson to always appreciate stay-at-home moms.
Is a desire to be appreciated. And sometimes the most
That is my voice, in case you didn't know.
Things that are most difficult to see.
Mommy, wake up. Wake up, Mommy, wake wake up.
We get used to certain things being done for us that we stop recognizing the effort being put into them.
There were so many comments I got from this video from husbands and dads saying they were going to bring their wives flour after work today because it made them appreciate their wife. That's the kind of stuff that really gets me going.
After everybody else's mess.
I mean, what did you do all day?
And I hope you're not going to show the part of me on camera.
Maybe
Let's
not.
see.
Let's see.
And acknowledging some.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. My hair has changed a lot since then. It's not so high. And my beard is a little thicker. But yeah, if you did not watch our original videos, I used to be on camera at the end of every video and sharing a message.
Walk me through the process of making those early videos. You said this was one of the first ones that made you viral?
I came up with the idea to actually have actors. This was our first scripted video. I wrote the first script on a napkin and I told my girlfriend that this is gonna be the last video that I ever put out because nothing else had been working. I wake up in the morning and Laura's like shaking me and she goes, Dar, wake up, that video you posted is going viral. It had gotten over 1 million views in 2 hours and it was the last one I was supposed to ever make. You never know how close you are to success at anything in life if you don't keep going.
Are you still connected to those actors or the team that shot it or like?
Yeah, the very first person, his name was Ruben, and he started off as, sort of jack of all trades, like a producer, director, editor, and now he's the head of production. Like so many people that were with us from the early days now have grown with the company and are doing amazing things. But the actors are always just kind of like a new cast coming in and out. We like to give new actors opportunities all the time.
Leave me alone. Maybe if you ate bananas instead of Danishes, you wouldn't weigh 300 pounds and you'd actually be able to dance.
Bro!
I think that was
This
pretty mean.
No,
you did it, bitch!
Yeah, people get really into these. I agree with you.
Come on, man. I'm not supposed to be.
And you know what's
raising
crazy is
my
that
man
girl
Dar
actually
Mark's
is an
videos, but
amazing
come on,
dancer,
bro.
the one
And
that's
this
getting
happens
fat shamed right now.
every day. This happening right now as we're watching this together.
But that's the whole point of this, is to spark some kind of emotion, make you feel some kind of a way. Our videos are meant to move you one way or the other, meant to be inspirational or sadness, but it makes people upset too when you see examples of how people should not be treated in society. All of our videos are inspired by real life events, so I think the more that you can feel this hits at home from like a personal experience that you've been through, the more it's gonna emotionally resonate with you.
I want you to read a review of A Parent.
These videos might seem a bit hokey, but my son and I enjoy watching them. They provide brief inspirational messages and life insights, and you will need to watch them if you need a pick-me-up. Whether someone who finds himself with the shoe on the other foot at the end or someone who learns that they treated someone wrongly, these are good lessons to watch. You know, it's funny that these videos were never meant to be able to inspire like young people. It was always meant to be an older audience in the beginning, but now seeing how much the content has evolved and how many young people we've inspired and parents that are happy about that. Again, as a dad myself, that's like the best feeling in the world. And Alexis 1521, you nailed this on the head, girl, so thank you. I appreciate it.
Let us move now to maybe a little bit more of a critical review of your videos.
All right, I can handle it.
Sorry. Let's try that again.
So this is the Tourette's video
Okay.
that you made.
If you like the content you see, then make sure.
I'm gonna get roasted, I already know.
That's Tommy. He just
Dr. Mike loves to roast me.
has Tourette's.
What's that?
Tourette's is a rare neurological condition in which your body produces tics.
I was gonna say that exact same thing, except more formally.
Breathing, sound making, muscular movement, and it's important to note that these are involuntary tics. To say to a child who has Tourette's, hey, stop doing that, have better control of it, is unfair and ridiculous.
It's when someone can't always control their movements or noises.
God, she did a better
Keep in mind, guys, sometimes we show what the right behavior is, and then sometimes we show what the wrong behavior is that you should not follow. And thanks, Dr. Mike, for pointing that out, but that's on purpose. We're trying to show what the wrong approach to treating somebody is. And so when people get upset about those things, it's like the whole point is to make people upset. Yeah, so you don't act that way. It's Kato who plays Mikey in our videos because he looks so young here. Puberty hit them hard.
Started mimicking it and almost caught Tourette's, even though Tourette's,
he looks like a whole different person.
like a phenomenon that was happening. But I will say that there's been a lot of messed up stuff happening on TikTok when it comes to Tourette's, including individuals faking that they have tics in order to garner attention, sympathy, and all of that.
Who would want to follow him?
Actually, he's pretty popular.
I feel like he's actually being pretty fair right now and just helping to spread awareness about Tourette's.
How many followers he has, which is not only ridiculous, but also very inaccurate.
And I agree, you should not base your self-worth on how many followers you have, how much money you have. I think it's about how kind you are. So Dr. Mike actually makes good points about everything.
I just got back from the doctor.
Oh no.
And found out I have Tourette's. And people have no idea how hard it is for me. So please, follow me.
That could be the most manipulative 9-year-old I've ever seen on camera.
And that's exactly who Mikey is.
And Tourette's can come and go. Once I hit 1 million followers and become way more popular, I'll say it's gone. Genius, right?
Yeah, it's not really curable though, so it's not that genius.
We showed people's flawed world's perspective. And in this case, Mikey thinks that having more followers equals more happiness. I could tell you from personal experience, that is not the case. All the things that truly make you happy are things that happen from within. I know that. As the writer of this, I'm fully aware of that. And I wanted Mikey to reflect on what the flawed perspective of that was. And that's why he's always getting into trouble. So thanks, Dr. Mike. Shout out to you for pointing that out.
How do you check for accuracy? So that's what obviously gets criticized, like, oh, actually it doesn't come and go. So that line of come and go, you shouldn't have written or something like that.
We do go through extensive quality control with our content as well. We have multiple different folks like down the production line that check. I think we've got a pretty good system in place for catching things, but our videos are not meant to give medical advice or legal advice or anything else. So, I mean, if anyone's trying to pass the MCATs by watching Dhar Mann content, I would say trust the professors and the textbooks more.
So maybe he didn't do this crime, but I'm sure he's done dozens of others.
You're goddamn right, I ordered the code red! That does not happen.
Look at him,
I trust that guy. This guy seems a little bit nicer, but...
Finally the defense objects to, like, overt racism. Oh, boy. Where have you been, buddy?
In all fairness, this prosecutor ends up going to jail, so he got what he deserved in the end of it.
You've been dropped. You're free to go. Bailiff,
and hey, Dr. Mike, Legal Eagle, if you want to come in our videos and make cameos and show us how it's done, we're happy to have you.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Mr. Graham, obstructing justice and tampering with evidence is a very serious crime.
Your Honor.
I'm going to see to it that not only do you never practice law again, but that we send the right man to jail this time. You. Bailiff?
See, he got what he deserved.
Okay. This guy may have been, God, is that obstruction of justice? Maybe. That might give rise, I mean, mainly it's just a really horrible Brady violation, and I don't know that necessarily gives rise to obstruction of justice. Either way, I don't think the judge has the power to have the bailiff arrest this guy. You would probably refer him to bar counsel for sure, and maybe you refer to another prosecutor based on the facts, but yeah, I don't think there's any world in which this guy is arrested after a sentencing hearing like this. There's, you've got to engage in discovery too. Okay, I'm done.
I've seen crazier things happen in Judge Judy, for all fairness. We have a limited amount of time to show our videos, right? If we were to go into every sort of detail about like the legal process that happens, these would be 2-hour-long videos. We understand that this might not be 100% accurate in terms of medical or legal efficacy, but the point is that we're trying to inspire people.
How do you deal with critique that is done for your videos?
I cry. I cry a lot. I was just joking.
Imagine.
I think it's a combo of trying to find the aspects that you can learn from to become better while also not letting it get you discouraged. Thank you, Dhar Mann, for this video. My 5-year-old son also has this kind of disorder which he stutters. People who do not know this thing make fun of him and laugh at him. I know he knows what he wants to say but has difficulty in saying it. I'm afraid that he will be bullied in school, so I just hope we should be sensitive to our reactions when we see or talk to kids or people who have any kind of disorder. It makes me feel happy that our work is actually making a difference, not just hopefully in this child's life, but also in this mom's life and to the people that might be bullying this child. Hopefully they get to see it as well. I also stutter a little bit and mispronounce words, so Marga May, if your son is watching, I guess he's now 8 years old. I hope he knows that he should not be ashamed at all by this, and he should be so proud of who he is, and he can still accomplish amazing things even if you can't say things even if you can't say things perfectly like me. While watching one of Dhar Mann's videos yesterday about a boy who had Crohn's disease but was too shy and scared to open up to his team, he didn't want them to make jest of him or think differently about him, but when they all found out, their reaction surprised him. They had his back and encouraged him to. But this word got my attention. Those who mind don't matter. Those who don't mind matters. When you start paying attention to all negative things people say about you or think about you, you're giving them more reasons to do more. Don't let other people's opinions affect you. Definitely people will talk. Have a blessed day. This is the personal story of one of our writers. And again, I think that's what helped hit home with these stories, is that they're inspired by real life events. This is just a reminder that like whatever you're going through, you are not alone. Glad to know that that video helped Grace and her son. We did this video that was called More Hugs, Less Suicide. I met, a parent who was crying, who said that their kid was on the verge of taking their own life. And it was a very emotional interaction. The kid said that one of the turning points was watching one of our videos, and that's what made them not go through with it. To feel that our content has made an impact on that deep of a level, the greatest thing that I could ever feel.
Sorry I'm late, Coach. Is this the basketball track?
Totally Studios.
Yes, Totally Studios.
I want to make the team. I've been playing since I was 7.
Playing with an easy bake oven? Lunchroom's over there, chubby.
But the flyer said it was open for everyone.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
All right, I'll let you make a fool of yourself. I'll put you up against our best player, Dirk. Where is he anyway?
Hey, Coach. Sorry I'm late.
So, Dirk, what do you think of these recruits?
They'll be fine. I need someone to pass me the ball.
Well, height isn't everything.
You need speed, too.
And strength.
You're wrong. Height matters. We'll see how fast you are. And we don't even make uniforms in your size. Get out of my gym.
And in the beginning, just like any artist, if you feel that, your work is being recreated, it's hard. But as time went on, one of the things that I reminded myself is that the whole reason that I started telling stories and creating content was to inspire people. And the fact that I have inspired other creators to create content that is making a positive difference is inspiring in itself. And in a way, like I'm accomplishing my goal. Everyone has their own style and taste. And if it's working for Totally Studios, I'm happy for them.
Let's look at some Reddit comments.
Oh gosh, Reddit's the worst.
No, these are actually quite nice.
Okay.
Dhar Mann is the type of channel that you don't watch intentionally, but if it was on TV, you wouldn't be able to look away because you're so invested. And the other person says, couldn't have said it better myself.
Hey, if it works for you and it gets you watching our videos and learning positive lessons, then I'm all for it.
McTennis Court is clearly not watching intentionally.
McTennis Court, I'm down to play you in some tennis, man, and we'll see. If I win, then you got to be searching for our video.
Okay, let's look at another one.
Is this going to be the mean one?
No.
I do like it here. My kids went through a period of watching nothing but Dhar Mann. Eventually, they grew out of it. I think his stories are good for the 8 to 12-year-old range. It's adults, mostly in these situations and how they deal with it. I think it draws the kids in seeing adults do that. And in some bad acting and some good acting, good production quality. The lessons are trite sometimes, but my kids liked the playing out of the scenarios. Now that they are older, they don't watch much, but this week, for some reason, my 11-year-old binged Dhar Mann after school all week. There is certainly much worse they could be watching. We are always trying to elevate the actors we work with, our production quality. It's constantly a work in progress, and if you feel like it's hit or miss now, we're gonna continue working on it where it always hits.
Gold digger dumps her boyfriend, then regrets it.
Oh, baby. I'm so excited.
This was the actual apartment that I used to live in. All of our early content was shot in my kitchen.
I can't be caught wearing Kate Spade. I told you I wanted a Louis V.
I actually dated a girl like this one time, so this was inspired by a real event. When people say no one would ever act like that, I know people that act like that. So.
Oh, she gonna regret it.
She is gonna regret it. This guy clearly watches our videos.
I need a real man who can satisfy.
I was sad. This actor moved like back to Europe after doing a few productions with us. And we should try to fly her back and work with her again. And we do get criticisms that the nerd always wears glasses, so no longer will the nerd be wearing glasses.
Is this your car?
Yeah.
I love how Louis Vuitton and Rolls Royce are like this ultimate success symbols. I think any guy that has ever been broken by any girl like aspires to this. I'm gonna go out and become so successful and be able to buy like Louis Vuitton and Rolls Royces, like, you know, for my girl one day or whatever. So this was inspired by a real life story, believe it or not.
Hey, honey. Don't tell me that.
I remember this Halloween video.
Oh, that's not even a bad car.
Now it makes sense.
I used to get dropped off to school in a taxi cab.
Oh,
my
really?
dad was a taxi driver, so I definitely got a lot of criticism about the car I'd be dropped off at.
It cost $300,000. Well, that's great for you, Vicky. Hey, honey. I found this cardboard box in a recycle bin. I thought maybe you could use it for your costume. Oh, wow. This just keeps
The message of this video is actually one of our favorite messages that we've ever done.
Beth the Bomb.
For a long time, I just thought that, okay, you know what, like, I am not able to be successful because I don't have all these advantages. But then I reminded myself, it's not about how many resources you have, it's about how resourceful you are. So we shot everything in my apartment. We used like iPhones. We did everything so scrappy. And now, ironically, we've been able to build a big movie studio. So just be resourceful and find lots of cheap, free ways of bringing your dreams to life.
I think it's that kid's lunch.
Ooh, foreign exchange student gets shamed for his English. Wow, I was surprised I remember all these videos considering we've done so many.
Food and you're probably smelling it.
One of our writers is Vietnamese, which is why we have a lot of Vietnamese storylines.
Heard of that.
And Vietnamese food is actually really good too.
It's so good.
That's disgusting. Maybe you should go back to where you're from, because in America, we eat normal.
Forget the students, forget the foreign exchange part. People like him is something that is literally an everyday, daily occurrence, bro, from grown-ass adults. This is America. We don't go back to your country. Ooh,
yeah, again, I grew up getting dropped off to school in a taxi cab. My dad wore a turban. I'd have Indian food in school. Like, this is definitely a relatable storyline to me where you do get shamed and bullied for your culture. So I'm glad that.
Same thing happened to me when I was growing up and going to school. I'd go to school. I would take Indian food. They'd be like, "Oh, that smells so bad. Why are you bringing that in?"
Yeah.
And you know, it's like, you know, people would bully me for it. Yeah. Obviously, I then started selling them the food and made money out of it. But that's my revenge story. That's my revenge arc.
A lot of my life, I try to just fit in with everybody. But then as you get older, you realize that it's actually a superpower being different. Embrace that uniqueness. And that's exactly what this student learns how to do throughout this video.
A few weeks later, a lady came to visit. My sister and I got so excited thinking we were gonna
I remember this video.
But then we found out she was only taking Abby.
Oh, their faces, the Norris nuts, like just say it all. They're so sweet.
So that's how we got separated. So
I wonder if is that really how people watch our videos?
I do know what it feels like to have a little
Apparently
sister.
so.
I regret all those years I spent fighting with Abby. I even lost time with my parents.
These two actors are amazing.
So sad.
In all honesty, sometimes I cry when watching our videos too. Like, you can't help it. I know when I'm writing the script, if I get teary-eyed, that this is gonna bring on the waterworks. So that's how I know when something is like emotionally moving or not. That's one of my favorite comments to get. Like, this video brought me to tears because I could tell that it's really making an impact. You know, we did this story like 2 years ago that poor mom loses her Christmas presents, so she's not able to afford Christmas presents for her kids. And it just shows the journey that she goes through, struggles, the challenges that she overcomes to try to be a good mom, have her kid be able to unwrap presents on Christmas. It's a real battle that I think a lot of people face, so that one just really hit home for me.
We have really enjoyed having you here, but you know, one of the main things that we wanted to ask you is what else do we have to look forward to from the Dhar Mann Studios?
The project I'm most excited about right now is Secrets of the Shadows. It's a horror-based series that takes place with supernatural elements, including all the fun things that you typically see around Halloween time, which is witches and mummies and werewolves. We are also going into other types of genres, so if you like horror, action, comedy, romance, all these things are gonna be coming to life soon. I can't wait for you guys to check it out. The Secret of the Shadows are probably live on our channel right now. Shout out to the React channel for having me today. It's been an awesome experience. Love what you guys are doing. And if you wanna see more of this kind of content, definitely let us know down in the comments.